Heilige and beautiful tzaddikim, day 2. So the next midah, the next quality to be kaina Torah, to be kaina life, is Shmiat HaOzen, Shmiat HaOzen, which translates as attentive listening or listening attentively. And what we can suggest is as following, that we spoke about Talmud and learning and being interested and curious in learning, Hislamdus, self-learning, leveraging everything around you to grow. In order to really actualize and articulate this, to be a conscious practitioner of listening, one of the most important soft skills you can ever acquire. And it's interesting to note the Mishnah could have just said listening, but no, the Mishnah says listening with the ear. The Tiferes Yisrael explains that this term is a deeper form of listening. Why? Because I can hear something, but can I really hear it? I can hear what you're saying, but am I listening to what you are saying? And there's a very distinct difference. One is a subconscious reality, and the other one is a conscious experience. And it's beautiful to note the difference of experience and the benefits that we reap from being conscious, practicing listeners. When I slow down and I really take note of what the other is saying or what the world is saying to me. As we know in Shir Hashirim, it reads so beautifully in Shir Hashirim that it says in Shir Hashirim, let me hear your voice. Your voice is so sweet. That Shir Hashirim is telling us that all of reality is singing us a song. Are we able to hear it or not? And there's a difficulty. Baal Shem Tov explains as following, that when the Torah was given, the 10 Commandments were given, the Pasuk tells us incredibly clearly, the voice of Hashem did not stop. Mamash, the Pasuk tells us that when Hashem Yisbarach spoke out the 10 Commandments, Hashem Yisbarach's voice did not stop. It's still going today. We have certain individuals, for example, Avram Avinu in Parashas Lech Lecha. How did he know to Lech Lecha? Yisroi, Parashas Yisroi. How did Yisroi know to come? Because he heard a calling. He heard that voice. And Rav Leibel Eger and the Sfas Emes, they explain ever so beautifully that voice is there for everybody, but they heard it because they were conscious listeners. They were really listening to reality. They were listening to the song of reality, and they knew what to do. And the Baal Shem Tov writes, one reason it's more difficult for us is because we said Naseh before Nishma. Really, we should have said Nishma before Naseh. We heard, we hear, and we will do. However, Baruch Hashem, there's many praises that we said Naseh before Nishma. They were ready to do before they heard. So what this means is that we are ready to do, yet we don't hear so well. And we have to make very real our hearing, our listening, to be conscious, practicing listeners. And this is such an important midah. A couple of things that we can do. Number one, that you can just close your eyes right now and listen to the quietest sound you can hear around you, and then listen to the most pronounced sound you can hear around you. When you're listening to your Rebbe, you're listening to Davar Hashem. When you are walking around and you're just listening to what's going on around you, that's Hashem speaking to us, Hashgacha Pratis. Can we hear it or not? When we are listening to somebody in front of us, really listen to what they are saying. Quieten your own ego and really hear, gift the other the ability to be seen and to be heard. Shmiat HaOzen. And this is a way we start to have the ability to become even better at Hislamdus. Be'ezras Hashem, for today, may we be conscious listeners. May we be matzliach in all our endeavors.